Hello, we are going to keep working on our knight and how to code our knight. So we have got our knight so that it goes, and we've got it to change score and how to win and how to lose, but we only have one knight coming from this position. So we're going to change this up a little bit. So instead of, I'm going to move this one over here where it says go to this position. I'm going to move this over here, but I'm going to set a couple more parameters. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say pick a random. So I want the knight to stay up here. I want the knight to kind of be on the edges when it's coming. So I'm going to set a parameter. So I'm going to say go to X, and I want it to move up just a little bit down. Okay, so I'm going to say go to X 183. Okay, so I'm going to pick random position for between 183, and then over here I know is negative 183. So I'm going to say go to X, but I'm going to keep the Y position. So it's going to stay kind of at this same Y. So now if I do this, so let's click here. So you see how every time I'm clicking it, it shows up in a different location here. So that is how we will do that one. So now we have got 1. Now 1 doesn't make, so now you're still going to have several coming. But now they're going to be showing up in different locations. So there's 1, there's 2. So that makes it a little bit, so you're not quite sure where they're going to go, but there's still just not very many of them. So now you can decide, where else do you want it to show up from? The sides, the left, the right? So now what you're going to do is you're going to just duplicate this knight. And I moved it up here. And the only thing I need to change in this one is on this one, instead of being up here at the top, I'm going to change this to a negative 137. So now I have both the knights. So I hit play again. So now we have knights coming from the top and the bottom. If you wanted to make it even more difficult, you could now we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to change it so that they can come from the sides. So now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to duplicate this knight again and move it up here just so they're next to each other. So this time when I duplicate this knight, I'm going to pick my random position here. And I'm going to just tell it to show so I can see it. Now I want it to come down here. So I want the X position to stay at negative 200. But then I'm going to pick now I'm going to put my X position as a negative 200, and then I'm going to pick a random Y position between 183 and negative 183. So let's see what that one does. So just looking at this guy right here, so now you see we have some coming from the sides, we have some coming from the bottoms, and now we are going to do that same thing again. We're just going to duplicate this. But this time, all I have to do is change this to a positive 200. So now I have lots of knights that are going to be coming out and getting them, and then it's all keeping track of the score. They've only, so see how they're coming in all the different positions now, all over the place. So, and then it still keeps track. So that's how you would code the knights to show up in different positions. You just duplicate the knight and then pick a random positions have an X set and then a Y set, and then you just do these random positions. The next video, I'm going to show you how to keep track of the hearts.